champions give the illusion of being eternal. A pain, a fall, a surgery. Sometimes everything comes down to one wrong step. And yet, it's in that very fragility that Roger Federer found his strength. In doubt, he rediscovered passion. In injury, he reinvented his game.
That's a sidewinder backhand.
In defeat, he found freedom again. Because a champion isn't the one who never falls, but the one who knows how time and time again to dance in the rain. He seemed to transcend generations, but more than that, he accompanied us through our own lives.
So why do they call you the GOAT?
I don't know what. Some fans call me that. I don't call myself that, but yeah, we have a lot of animals in Switzerland, and goats are part of the livestock we have over there. Yes.
And so, it is time to revisit the incredible career of Roger Federer.
If you could have a conversation with your 18-year-old self about what was to come, what might you say?
I would tell him, get ready for something special.
You are the most beautiful player that I've ever seen on a tennis court. I idolize Rod Laver, so that tells you something.
I was lucky enough to play so many epic matches that I will never forget.
And Federer stands alone.
He's always able to do the most difficult things easy.
He has been so perfect on and off the court.
I never thought I was going to have this great of a career, so I couldn't be more excited, more happy, more proud of everything, and unfortunately it has come to an end, but it's been great.
Tennis has treated me more generously than I ever would have dreamt, and now I must recognize when it is time to end my competitive career.
Can a single point define a career? A moment when time stands still.
Yeah, that's the break.
When a champion finds himself one stroke away from making history. Wimbledon 2019, 8 titles already, a 9th almost within reach, match point, and then another. And the whole world holds its breath. For some, that moment became a scar. For him, it was just a fragment of a much bigger journey. Because Roger Federer was never just one point, nor was he just one defeat, nor even just one victory. In every forehand, there was the echo of 20 years of elegance. In every backhand, the trace of a Swiss child who fell in love with a sport.
You know, doing it from basically being a ball boy here for 2 years is a great feeling. But if I look back as me as a person growing up as quick as I had to, was probably the time between 14 and 16. I left home from my hometown in Basel. I went to a French-speaking city called Lausanne. It was a 2-hour train ride away. I don't want to say it felt like another country, but I did not speak French at all at the time, so I might as well move to Japan. It would have been the same feeling almost, because I got there and I didn't know how to speak, didn't know how to communicate. I cried on a regular basis because I was homesick, and I learned how to become strong, persevere, independent and all these things in a very short period of time.
Il y avait une troisième wildcard qui avait été attribuée à l'un des jeunes grands espoirs mondiaux, celui qui a gagné Wimbledon Junior cette année, le Suisse Roger Federer. Il s'est imposé. Visiblement, il a impressionné tout le monde.
Roger Federer from Switzerland.
J'espère peut-être de me qualifier peut-être pour le tableau final, mais j'attends pas trop, mais j'espère juste que je vais bien jouer demain.
Est-ce que vous vous souvenez de votre tout premier match sur le circuit mondial?
Je pense que c'était en 98 à Gstaad.
Absolument.
Ouais.
6 juillet, vous vous souvenez de l'adversaire?
Lucas Arnold. J'ai perdu 6-4, 6-4.
Ah ouais, vous avez une excellente mémoire.
Terrain numéro 2, ouais.
Et Roger Federer prend l'avantage dans cette deuxième manche. Signé André Agassi qui s'impose en moins d'une heure. C'était attendu tout de même face à ce joueur classé, je vous le rappelle, 396e mondial.
I had gotten a wild card into Marseille as well, into the main draw there, and beat Carlos Moya, who was #1 seed and 4 in the world, and a few weeks later he would become world #1. I remember I had blonde hair. I think I got a wild card into qualies maybe. I don't know if I needed it at the end, but I remember I had it granted by the tournament, which was great. And then the next thing you know is I'm be the top 25 player in the second round against Bodan Ulirach, I remember. Made the quarters and was up the break, I think, in the third against Kafelnikov. So it was a great memory for me. It was an unbelievable run. Made tons of points and made me jump for another 50 or 80 spots maybe in the rankings, and it brought me up to 120 in the world.
Until now, I'm playing really well on the men's tour. Played some good tournaments, 3 quarterfinals now in ATP Tour. And I beat one top 10 player already, Carlos Moya, and I mean, this week is already great.
What's your secret? Training?
No, I'm not the guy who trains a lot. When I try, I have to train intense, so I don't know.
My childhood with tennis was always connected to a lot of fun.
It was a matter of a few years that it took till he really proved himself to be an actual professional tennis player. And I think the moment we realized was when he started beating the top guys.
I did have some regrets from my teenage years and beginning of my pro years, just because I used to be quite moody in a way that I had a hard time practicing every single day. I had a hard time giving everything I had every single match. Not that I didn't care, but it was just hard for me to wake up and be like, how do you say, I don't know, motivated, like maybe Leighton was. For me, that was like incredible how he did that, to fist pump every single point, you know. For me, that was like something, how does he do that, you know? And I just told myself eventually, because while he was fist pumping, I was throwing my racket. I was like, you know what? I cannot go through a career doing that for 15 years anyway. I'll have no rackets left at one point.
Quand il était plus jeune, c'était quelqu'un d'assez colérique en fin de compte sur le terrain, parce que plusieurs fois il s'est fait réprimander.
Me playing, throwing rackets and shouting and what is the commentary saying about me, I didn't like that. En fait, j'étais un joueur comme ça à l'époque, quelqu'un qui voulait tester les limites, tester les choses, même avec quelqu'un qui était numéro 1 suisse. Je l'ai toujours fait avec respect.
Et puis, ce qui était frappant, c'est qu'il tentait des choses. C'était pas quelqu'un qui jouait toujours le coup logique ou le coup qu'on aurait dû jouer. Et du coup, c'était intéressant de jouer avec lui, mais un peu surprenant aussi par moments. Il tentait pas mal. Et puis, du coup, l'adolescent, je pense qu'il ressemble un peu au joueur, parce que moi, je me souviens je cherche un peu les adjectifs, mais de quelqu'un d'un peu trublion, un peu espiègle, quelqu'un qui aime bien défier l'ordre établi.
Toujours checker les limites. Pour moi, il fallait que je sache où sont les limites. Une fois que j'ai su, comme les enfants, ok, je sais, je peux aller jusque là. Et si je passe la ligne, il y a quelque chose qui va se passer, voilà.
Et après, l'autre image, c'est la première fois qu'il est venu en Coupe Davis avec nous, c'était à la Corogne. Donc j'ai demandé qu'on ait les chambres côte à côte et communicantes. Et j'ai ouvert la porte des 2 chambres. On a attaqué un peu de combat PlayStation sur la Formule 1 et Mais j'ai peut-être fait l'erreur de la semaine parce que le fait de lui avoir ouvert ma porte, quand je rentrais de l'entraînement, le mec il était dans ma chambre.
Direct daarna in Schuit.
L'entraînement, il le prenait presque jamais au sérieux. Il faisait des fois des bêtises et puis avec Peter Carter, ça allait encore. Et puis des fois, il a pris dehors pour lui parler parce que des fois, il faisait des bêtises assez fort. Alors, on a dû l'arrêter. C'est lui qui lui a dit ce qu'il faut faire pour aller plus loin.
Il faut que je travaille beaucoup encore à l'entraînement avec mon coach Peter Carter. Je pense qu'on va bien réussir ensemble.
Oh, yes! It's behind him and he hits a smash. This is why this guy's going to be good for the game.
La première fois qu'il a joué une finale d'un tournoi ATP, c'était contre moi à Marseille. Il gagnait 7-6 au troisième, il était en larmes. Je lui ai dit, tu vas gagner le tournoi, relax. Pour moi, tu m'as laissé celui-là, quoi. Mais toi, tu vas en gagner d'autres, donc merci, quoi.
Vous avez bien failli remporter ce premier tournoi.
Oui, j'étais très près à 2 points, quoi, mais ouais, Marc m'a donné une petite chance, j'ai pris l'occasion, mais à la fin, j'avais une deuxième balle à lui. Je suis pas sûr qu'est-ce que je dois faire et je rate quoi et ma balle de match, je tape la bande, quoi. Alors c'est vraiment pas de cul, quoi.
Ouais, il joue super bien et il va en gagner d'autres, c'est sûr.
What else it needs besides tennis is tough to say. I mean, I think tennis is exciting, so everybody's saying that tennis is going down, but I don't think so. Die 4 Grand Slams sind etwa gleich wie Olympische Spiele, also auf dem gleichen Niveau. Und dann kommen nachher die 9 Super 9s, also World Series, wie heisst die World Series oder so.
E finisce con il rovescio vincente di Correggia che si aggiudica il match.
Ja, wir haben einen Teletext. Neue Ranking. 49 die Woche vom 58. 2 Top 50 Spieler wieder mal, ne? Das ist schon lange nicht mehr. Yeah, I mean the year started pretty well. Reached my first final in Marseille, lost 7-6 in the third against Rosé. What was special to play another Swiss in the final? Since then it's going really well.
Yeah, I mean, that was my first Olympics. I was 18 and, a few months at the time, and it was obviously a huge deal for me. It was I had heartbreaking losses. I made it to the semis, which was an amazing result for me. Lost in the semis to Tommy Haas, and then there was a bronze medal match. I lost that too, so I missed out on the medal. And then I already had spent a week or two with Mirka and the rest of the Swiss team, and we got along really well. And that's kind of how the whole romance started
The rest
in
is
Sydney.
history.
The rest is history. Now we're expecting our third child, so we're very, very excited.
Yeah, he's very nice as well.
Yeah, I'm serving really well. I've got a lot of good first serve percentage, like around 65-70%, and it helps my game a lot. I have a lot of friends on the tour. I actually don't feel like I have a problem with anybody, so it's nice. I'm a positive character, I would say. After my good results in winter and Sydney and everything, I feel better. I'm the youngest guy of the group, so
small space in the career of Federer. I am the first one to lose in final against him.
At least I have one.
In Milan in 2001, when I won my first one, I was like, oh, thankfully I'm not one of those guys who's never going to win a title. That's kind of what went through my mind when the guy missed the forehand in the net.
Well, I mean, obviously I'm playing very well. I won Milan, I won all 3 matches in Davis Cup, and then last week I played semi-finals in Marseille, so it's going really well. I had a 10 matches in a row winning streak going, and
Beh, direi che è uno scambio degno di questo incontro che chiude bene questo match.
there really the people started to know me. I finished 27 in the race last year, and talent is not enough to make it to the top. I mean, you need a lot of hard work, and your team's got to be the right one, the coach, the condition trainer, the parents have to help also, and
Et moi j'ai dû aussi trouver mon chemin, si vous voulez. Et pour moi c'était assez complexe de pouvoir le faire. Alors je pleurais beaucoup quand je perdais les matchs. Après je balançais beaucoup les raquettes. Je les cassais pas, je les balançais avec une bonne tactique que ça cassait pas. Comme ça j'ai pas dû m'expliquer à mes parents ou à mes coachs toujours. J'ai encore besoin d'une autre raquette, à mon sponsor et tout ça. Alors en 2001, après j'avais un moment très clé. J'avais joué à Hambourg. J'ai perdu en fait un match peut-être j'aurais dû gagner. Mais bon, je me suis tellement énervé de mon comportement que je me dis maintenant c'est fini. Je vais essayer d'être méga calme. Et j'ai réussi à faire ça à Roland, je fais quart de finale.
E finisce con il rovescio vincente di Correggia.
Et je me suis prouvé qu'en fait ça marche. Mais le problème c'est derrière, je suis devenu méga calme, trop calme. En fait, je faisais des coups incroyables, normal. Je ratais des smashs, normal, pas de problème. Et c'est là où j'ai commencé à détester en fait la situation parce qu'en fait ce feu est un peu parti. Et pendant une année, j'ai essayé de retrouver comment je dois me comporter pour avoir la bonne balance. Et à un moment donné, c'est revenu forcément et j'ai trouvé, par parler avec mes coachs, mes parents, ma copine, mes copains, peut-être comment ça doit se passer sur un terrain et en dehors pour que je veux gagner chaque point.
Lui arrivait avec beaucoup d'inconstance et des carences encore dans son jeu, notamment côté revers. Il s'agaçait, il envoyait des balles, il parlait aux oiseaux. Enfin voilà, la raquette n'était pas toujours dans sa main entre les poings. Enfin, c'était pas le joueur qu'on connaît aujourd'hui. Et hop, déjà l'année d'après, je suis encore plus fort, assez nettement, mais beaucoup moins. Et là, on sent quand même un joueur qui commence à se canaliser, à maîtriser un petit peu plus ses émotions et à progresser dans son jeu également.
I really just hope to be one of them, to win a Grand Slam, because not everybody gets an opportunity to do it. There's so many players on the tour. I really hope mine will be in Wimbledon or US Open once. Yeah.
Warm applause then for 2 Wimbledon champions.
Back in the old days, right?
Pete Sampras 7 times, of course, the men's singles champion, and his opponent Roger Federer was the boys junior champion back in 1998. A big moment for him, Peter, because his first time on the most famous court in the world. People have looked at him as an outstanding talent and rather hoped that he would develop and become a fine senior player.
Well, yes, he's one of the most talented players out on the tour now.
Well, I mean, sometimes I looked across the net and I saw him and said, this is just unbelievable what I'm experiencing right now at the packed house. Friends are watching, my coach is here, and on grass, center court, he's the best ever on this court, so.
I know I have the ability to, to turn it around quickly. I've got the game, I've got the belief, and hopefully I can get myself in contention here in the second week and raise it a level.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning I knew it's going to be very tough, but after that, like a couple of occasions, love 40, 15-40, had like a few break chances, I could never really make them.
Oh, he's missed it!
I think he was just serving too good on these points, and but that gave me like the belief that I can actually break him, you know, because I knew he has got a massive serve. So
2 set points with 2 sets to 1.
Game and third set.
Almost every player in the locker room felt that Federer had quite a good chance to win this match.
Sampras levelled the match at 2 sets all. Yet for a centre-court debutant, Federer still looked remarkably composed. There was the moment of inspiration.
So shine bright.
On the centre court of Wimbledon, he has played a magnificent match to defeat the 7-time champion in 5 extraordinary sets.
I mean, he's already proven that he's a great player, and he's got a good chance to maybe go all the way.
Federer leads 6 games to 5. Second set, first set.
Well, just too good on this point.
And Henman gives him a little nod of respect. Oh, what better than that to slip?
6-all.
No, he certainly was still in the match, and you know, 4 set, I thought it was important to try and stamp my authority, get on top.
That's too good.
So Federer, his time will come.
But that's what they said about Ken Rosewall.
Losing my second finals here against Tim Henman back in 2002, maybe, that I was never going to win ever again. You know, or I was actually never going to win, period. I mean, that was it. Because I thought I had 2 chances, I wasted both opportunities, and that's it then. You know, you don't get many more opportunities.
Just too good.
So he's been definitely a part of
me becoming the player I am today in some ways, because he really was able to, sort of play in a way where my weaknesses would shine more than my strength.
What a shot that was. You were thinking, what's he doing there? Volleying from a metre or so inside the baseline. Defense from Federer.
And for me, definitely, I saw how great Leighton was at a young age. When I was playing the juniors, he was already winning Adelaide, and we were supposed to play doubles together in the juniors and at the Australian Open in the juniors. And then he said, sorry, I'm going to play wildcard main draw.
It's out. And out goes the #1 seed and the world #1. A great moment in the career of Roger Federer as he moves into his first Tennis Masters Series final.
In 2002, he played his first Masters 1000 final. He lost, but he realized something. He could compete with the best.
Yeah, I was very close in the fourth, but Andre started to play better, so it's tough for me. Yeah, and of course, I love the fans. They were great for me all week long, and it's a great tournament.
Oh, he's done it brilliantly.
A few weeks later, he won his first Masters 1000 title, a turning point. He entered the top 10 and earned his place in the year-end Masters, where he pushed Lleyton Hewitt to a match of rare intensity. Even in loss, Federer showed that he had reached a new level. In 2003, Roger reaches the semifinals at Wimbledon. Full of confidence, he had already won 4 titles, including Halle just before Wimbledon.
We both have a lot of confidence. We haven't lost a match this season yet on grass, so I think we're going to try to use our confidence to beat each other.
The leader of the next generation of American men's tennis, 20-year-old Andy Roddick, has an opportunity to take a very significant step, his first ever Grand Slam final. He's out on center court and here with the call of his semifinal match against 4th-seeded Roger Federer of Switzerland.
Federer is so quick. He's got so many shots. He's very solid off the ground. He's good at the net as well. Even he had to smile at that one.
The first smile we've seen today from this incredible Swiss player. Well, he saved the emotion for the end.
6-3, 6-3.
And in this battle of nexts, it is the Swiss whose precision takes him to the finals. A virtuoso performance.
On vit toute cette situation petit à petit, parce que moi je suis quand même là depuis 2 semaines et demie maintenant, et ça c'est pour un joueur de tennis pas normal. C'est normalement une semaine, maximum 10 jours, si tu te prépares tôt, comme par exemple j'ai fait pour aller. Alors oui, on peut presque s'habituer un peu à la situation à Wimbledon,
Mais quand tu es dans une finale comme j'étais aujourd'hui, tu peux pas imaginer comment c'est sur le central. C'est un match complètement ouvert et ça doit être joué. Et pour moi, de vivre ça c'est déjà trop fort.
Look at that. Well, he's in full flow now.
To me, it means a lot to be able to share this moment with a lot of friends who came over. My mom came over, my sister came over. You know, my dad stayed at home, but you know, it's nice to share with a lot of people and my coach. You know, and it's just nice that it's kind of a little bit of payback. You know, you do put in so much work. You know, but I'm not the only guy. I know that too. You know, so a lot of guys want this trophy. You know, and I'm the lucky one this year. I'm just so happy the way I played, and never thought possible to win a Grand Slam.
After his first Grand Slam will begin the most dominant run in history.
It's in. Yes, he's made it. And great finishing finish with an ace.
Au début de la saison, j'avais vraiment aucune idée de ce qui m'attend, si ça va être facile ou difficile de voyager sans entraîneur. Mais voilà, les résultats ils montrent que c'était fabuleux. I'm chasing number one in this tournament, and this year it's me, the bad guy, who was late night of the draw, and get a lot of press, obviously. And my goal is to go further and not just to beat Leighton. And we've always had great matches so far, and this is a special occasion for both of us. That feels very, very special to me. That was always something, for me, the ultimate goal in my career. If you're number one in the world, there's nobody better, nothing better than this feeling. Février 2004, c'est vrai, c'était un grand moment pour moi et aussi peut-être pour le sport suisse d'avoir, après Martin Hingis, numéro 1 mondial, de nouveau aussi pour la première fois chez les hommes aussi. Je joue bien, tout à coup je suis numéro 1 mondial après la demi-finale et à la fin en plus je gagne le tournoi.
That's it. Game 7 as Federer. 6-3, 6-3. But that's it. And prolonged applause for a quite magnificent comeback by the world number one.
There it is.
that match, Federer.
Ready to challenge the defending champion for the men's title at Wimbledon. It's the matchup that everyone in tennis has wanted to see.
I sit on my chair for the first time. I cannot believe actually what's going on. And, you know, I started crying a little bit again, and I thought, oh, just, you know, stay quiet and stay calm. Don't start crying like last year, really. So this year I felt a lot of pressure in the early rounds because I didn't want to have an early exit. And once I got through those rounds, you know, I started to feel and play so well that I knew that, well, now I have a chance to win the title. But once it's all over, you know, you're very relieved, of course.
You know, I got lucky today for sure, you know, because I was down one set all and a break, you know, and if Andy would maybe served a few good games, he would be up 2-1. So he also deserves, you know, this title. So I hope in the future we're going to play many more times at this place.
We hope so too.
And he's done it.
That's wonderful.
He played a few points like key fifth set better than I did, and it was over in a hurry. You take Roddick's serve and Agassi's returns and my volleys and Hewitt's speed and tenacity, then you probably got a good chance against Federer. But there's a lot of people involved in, you know, one player.
Give me a break. My.
Well, Federer said after his Hinman match in the semifinals that he's even surprised himself.
That's ridiculous.
Where you feel like you played the best tennis ever.
It's the US Open finals against Leighton Hewitt, where I win 6-love, 7-6, 6-love. It doesn't happen like this in Grand Slam finals that you take off like that first set. You know, this whole season has been fantastic with me. You know, I won against all the top 10 players. I won against all the finals. It's just what's made the difference for me this year. You know, becoming #1 in the world and maintaining it, the spot, and it's just been terrific.
By far, you've got to be the overwhelming favorite here.
I'd rather know myself that I can actually beat all these guys. And I think the opponents, they know that also in the back of their minds that they have to play great tennis to beat me.
At last,
Voilà. Voilà.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Right, good evening. Thanks, Ron. All the best for next year.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much.
All right, mate. That's
Enjoy
it.
Enjoy the year.
Thanks very much.
See you, John.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Absolutely unstoppable at the moment.
An appropriate way to finish in a little shy of 1 hour and 40 minutes. Roger Federer confirms that he sits at the top of the tree. Could they come any better on match point?
I mean, I won the first week of the year in Doha. I came to Australian Open, play the semi-finals, and I'm third in the race now, and I'm still number one in the world. So nothing really much has changed. I could just not defend my title, but I still feel like I'm playing well. And
that's enough. Federer finishes the match on his knees. He's human after all.
So far the season has been good, you know, it's been great, and the two main goals I set myself for the year was really try to defend my #1 position, try to get, you know, defend that for an entire year, but then also of course win Wimbledon again for the third consecutive year, which would be truly special.
Roger Federer will be there Sunday to defend. 3 entertaining, 3 solid sets, but they all go the way of the champion.
This place has given me so much. Nobody can really know. More important than that is history here, because when I stop, the tournament still lives on, and the fans, they will still come out, you know, and watch the players. The commentators will still be here. The tournament will still be fantastic, and I think we never have to forget, you know, that the tournament's bigger than any player who's ever lived.
And then Roger started being Roger again, yada, 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 super. He's a great champion, and he carries himself even better off the court, which is a real credit to our sport.
Yeah, he's definitely been the standout player, and you know, it doesn't matter how good you are, you know, not to lose. You know, he lost 3 matches and 2 of them he's had match point this year. That's, you know, it's an incredible record.
Well, yeah, it's a challenge to, you know, he's the only guy in the I've ever played against where you hold serve to go 1-0 and you're thinking, all right, good.
Set point for Roger Federer, and it's good. Takes a 2-1 lead.
For me, this is probably the most special Grand Slam final in my career. To play against Andre here in New York, it's a dream.
J'arrive maintenant à marcher correctement, sans les béquilles. Et on regarde comment le pied il va, mais je vais certainement partir dans 6 jours prochainement.
Peut-être mentalement, j'ai toujours un peu peur de la douleur, mais sérieusement, c'est peut-être aussi un peu les 7 semaines que j'ai pas joué de match. Il y a toujours un peu de doute.
Roger, don't worry, this is not your last title that you use. You're going to win a lot of tournaments. So let me keep this one.
Then we have the men's draw. I care about even more. And then I play Mr. Denis Istomin from Uzbekistan. Because I don't want to feel sorry for myself, going like, I underestimated my opponent, and then being on the plane.
After losing in the final of the year-end Masters tournament, despite leading 2 sets to love, ending 2005 with 81 wins in 85 matches, Roger will start the greatest season of his life.
Maintenant, j'espère que je peux encore aller un pas plus en avant et gagner peut-être mon septième grand chelem. And then, last but not least, I would like to thank Rod Laver for a trophy. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
But that's done it.
After a semifinal against the unexpected Bjorkman, Roger reached the final, which marked the beginning of a historic trilogy at Wimbledon against his great rival Rafael Nadal.
Fair. 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 I have fear to Roger in any surprise, no? So in this surprise more because he's the best, no?
This is obviously an interesting game. We've never played on grass before, and I hope that works to my advantage. We'll see. Oui, c'est quelque chose d'imaginable pour moi, vraiment, d'être dans une situation où je peux égaliser en fait Björn Borg. Il a fait 5 fois, après bon, il a perdu en finale la 6e fois.
1 year later, same place, same time, the two meet again for an explosive rematch.
And I play against the best player in the world and maybe the best of the history in this surprise. But anyway, I'm gonna try my best and I'm very motivated for today.
Also the win against him here last year, also the last 4 wins for me here. I've had a great record, so hopefully I can keep it up today.
Good luck, thank you.
You can do all the build-ups and look at the records and go back in 27 years in history, but right now for these two players, it's who's going to play the best to win Wimbledon.
The last 7 5-setters that Nadal has played, he's won, including 2 here.
Beautiful weather, no wind. I mean, it was just perfect conditions for Wimbledon finals, I thought, especially after all the rain we had for 2 weeks. And we both also showed our best tennis. You know, we finally really lived up to expectations of everybody. And
It's 5 in a row. Fantastic, Federer.
Well, each one is special, no doubt. To hold the trophy is always the best thing, and to play a champion like Rafael in the finals, of course, it means even more to me, equaling Bjorn as well. So it's.
In 2008, both reached the final again and will offer us one of the best match of all time.
I've had some, I basically had the same scenario with Andy Roddick for 3 years. I played him in the semis in 2003 and then in the finals in 04 and 05. With Rafa now, it's 3 in a row, which is quite incredible.
The tennis world has been divided into two camps. Nadal versus Federer. Lefty versus righty. The raging bull against the graceful feline. Raw power versus poetry in motion.
He's done it!
It was really hard to actually get the rhythm against him because he plays so great. So I've got all but praises for him. He's a great guy and a great player. So congratulations to him.
But it is like a new generation, and that's mentally for me was quite a challenge, just getting over that hurdle. And I think Rafa, for that matter, because of the way he plays with his left-handed topspin and so forth, he has really made me, think through my game again. Yeah, just be all relaxed and like there's nothing up tomorrow, like we haven't seen each other for a while, just meet and greet basically. But today, for the photos, it's a little different. You almost smile on command a little bit, but it was okay. He's a relaxed guy, and it's good to do things with him like this.
It's the same with Nadal. He's a similar type of player. He's not going to give you much, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be an exciting match for all of us.
If Federer is so universally loved around the world, he owes it mainly to Rafael Nadal. He was on a path of utter domination before Nadal showed up. So when he started losing to Rafa, it made him more human.
I'd like to first of all congratulate Rafael. He played a fantastic match once again.
Federer, man, we're having a lot of matches last couple of years. No, he's exciting, he's emotional, but at the same time, we have a very good relationship, and it's good because I think we understand that tennis is really all the game.
Without him, or without a guy like him, would your tennis be as good as it is today?
Probably not.
Really?
He's done it. The streak of 81 consecutive matches on clay has come to an end.
So it is necessary to have that guy to work against and work with, in a sense.
Well, sometimes it's better if he's not there, because...
It's going to be good, I tell you.
You see, I already had a good feeling about it. I don't know what it was. There was an atmosphere.
So, Rafa, do you know what you're going to give me for Christmas yet?
You know what? I'm gonna come to Switzerland and play an exhibition match for your foundation.
You challenged me in a way that nobody could. And you know what, Rafa? It made me enjoy the game even more.
Ouais, du fond de cours, j'arrivais plus à vraiment faire ce que je voulais. C'est un peu dommage, je suis un peu triste comme j'ai joué. Oui, j'espère, c'est certainement pas la dernière fois que j'ai joué ici, alors je vais essayer le maximum l'année prochaine. Félicitations, c'est comme ça que ça se passe chaque fois, mais vraiment, félicitations Rafa, et encore une fois, play great. Congratulations. Kurze Korrektur, es war 5-1 im ersten.
He's repeated his great clay court season yet again, so he's proved again he's the best player on clay.
Later, if he played better than me and he beat me, just congratulate him like every year.
My problem was that I had lost in the French Open finals a month earlier against Rafa in a terrible way.
To lose the way I did today, it's obviously hard and it's a rough loss, but it's okay, I'll move on from here.
Rafael Nadal goes into the record books as he concedes just 4 games.
When I look back at that finals, it's like I played them, but maybe I was a bit, how do you say? I'm not sure if I really believed I was going to win the match.
2 sets it is to Rafael Nadal, the 5-time defending champion. Well, he's got a mountain to climb now.
The match was fantastic. You were leading by 2 sets. When Federer drew level, did you think, oh my goodness, the champion's back in this? Were you worried?
Sure, I'm worried. No, I played against the best player of the world, and I know how good is he, how good is Roger, and how good can play Roger.
Well, no wonder people stand. There's a new man at the helm of men's tennis, Rafael Nadal. 6-7, 9-7. Federer's magnificent run ends.
That you allowed us to be part of this amazing spectacle. I mean, is that any consolation?
A little bit. Thanks, John. No, it's tough. It's tough. It hurts.
It was the greatest match that I was ever witnessed. With so much drama. I mean, you must have thought after all that you'd gone through in that 4th set, you were going to get that done at the end.
Another go.
I'll try again. I don't want to have the last word. This guy deserves it.
After the fantastic Wimbledon final, Rafa and Roger produced again an all-time classic in the 2009 Australian Open final. After losing his #1 ranking, Roger is feeling that his domination is maybe coming to an end.
He's done it. The second time that Federer has been able to defeat Nadal in the final of a clay court tournament.
Never won the French, you know. I mean, I don't know how it was for you, let's say, you know, but my life was still okay not having won the French.
And he's going to challenge for the French. I mean, without a doubt, this guy's got by far and away the best chance to win the French Open.
J'étais bien dans la tête aujourd'hui, je veux dire, mentalement, j'ai vraiment tout donné que je pouvais, mais j'avais vraiment pas à trouver le bon timing, le bon rythme du fond du court, vraiment.
I am really feeling very happy right now. It's my first time I'm through to a semi-finals in Paris, and it's a great relief for me because the last few years haven't been good for me here in Paris. So, and really now having also the chance to maybe, who knows, win this title, you know.
Happy birthday, Rafi!
he's a fighter and he's a grinder and he deserves it to win here, I think.
Well, you deserve to win too, Roger.
Thank you.
Et voilà, après 3h10 d'un combat qu'il a presque totalement dominé, Rafael Nadal au panthéon de Roland-Garros avec ses 3 triomphes d'affilée. Le roi de la terre, c'est Nadal et rien que Nadal, invincible sur les terres de Roland-Garros.
C'est gagné impossible et il l'a fait. Robin Soderling a sorti Rafael Nadal du tournoi de Roland-Garros.
Vainqueur, et il remporte son 14e tournoi du Grand Chelem. Le premier à Roland-Garros, celui qui lui manquait pour le devenir le 6e homme de l'histoire, a remporté au moins une fois tous les tournois du Grand Chelem, le Suisse Roger Federer.
You know, being healthy and being part of, I think I've been in 22 straight semifinals now, Grand Slam at least, or 17 of the last 18 Grand Slam finals.
So you know the numbers.
I know the numbers, and those I'm very sort of proud of, because always being there at the end of a tournament in the biggest events we have.
I can hardly believe it, you know, that I've reached 7 straight Wimbledon finals here, you know, and 5 of them I've been able to win, and I have a chance to win another one. So it's quite staggering, you know, but of course I'm very proud. I'm very happy, excited, you know, about looking forward to Sunday now. And
you know, if you're going to win a Grand Slam title, it's most likely going to go through Roger, and you know, so that's no surprise that he's there.
Federer and Roddick will play their last Grand Slam final together. The American will be looking to avenge their last final in New York in 2006.
Roger, you've played Andy in a couple finals at Wimbledon. What are you looking forward to today here at the US Open?
Well, I think this might be, you know, probably his best surface. I have an incredible record too, you know, in the last couple of years, so I hope I can take that into the match. I think it's going to be a really open match.
That's not a good decision to come in on that. Federer leads 2-1. The U.S. Open Men's Championship Final.
Regardless of how much people want to make rivalry comparisons and this, that, and the other, he's the best player in the game. And there's no question in my mind, or if you ask any player's mind.
Federer has the trifecta at the U.S. Open, his 9th Grand Slam title.
He's a great guy. He's humble, which I like. He's sort of effortless, you know. He doesn't seem like he's working that hard out there. He plays at that level so easily. He serves big. He's a great forehand. His backhand's solid. He's got everything, and he's got the belief. The guy's a legend.
I don't know who they want to win. Actually, it's hard to know. Do you want Roger Federer to win, for instance? Federer. Well, okay, that's Federer.
We've never talked about the 2009 Wimbledon final.
Right.
You go into the locker room, and I'm at my locker, being very emotional. breaking down. It was a heartbreaking loss. And the thing that I remember is your team coming in and you giving them like silent fist pounds and kind of giving them hugs, but it was in a very reserved manner because it was like you were taking into consideration that this was hard for me.
Well, I tried. Yeah, sorry, Pete. I know I tried to hold him off.
You played unbelievable, Andy. You played an unbelievable tournament. Don't be too sad. I went through some rough ones as well. I won on this court last year, so I came back and won. So I won 5, but still, it hurts. I put in a lot of work, last year, trying to get back to number 1, and also in the off seasons, I tried to work extremely hard, because the year before, I think I lacked that a bit through, illness and everything. So I think I'm back where I want to be. And
you make it look so easy, obviously. How do you keep doing it?
Yeah, look, there's no secret behind it, I mean, definitely a very talented player. But I would pick the right shot at the right time. Like, for instance, on the match point, I decide to hit a drop shot, You gotta be crazy to do that.
I can cry like Roger, it's just a shame I can't play like him.
One year later, Roger will meet a certain Novak Djokovic in the semifinal.
3 hours exactly.
It might be a first for me to get into the semis without dropping a set, but that doesn't give me the trophy yet.
Il est suisse, Roger Federer.
It's just that we haven't actually played so much against each other on clay. Well, I mean, it's happened before, so I mean, it's not the guy who's never given up in his career, So that's kind of disappointing to see, when you got 2 top guys playing each other and you give up. I mean, he gave up against me in Monaco this year because of last year because of sore throat. Yeah, so I mean, those are kind of things you wonder about.
I did have some retirements, but I always retired with a reason, so I don't see why should anybody take it on me in that way.
We do know each other really well on hard courts. It's a tricky matchup, especially against young players. We take a lot of chances who are new, who I don't know so well.
Another clinical performance by Roger Federer.
I mean, all these Grand Slams since 2003, that's what really, for me, is really scary, how many I've won. If somebody told me I win 10 Grand Slams from mid-03 till today, I would never thought there was any chance of doing something like that.
And I've been playing on a very high level. Hopefully I'm going to continue in tonight. Sure, he's going to come back in a big style. Of course, he's still planning to be the best player in the world.
Federer has done it. Ce qu'il vient d'accomplir, c'est juste incroyable. Et ça m'a fait plaisir de jouer contre lui. J'ai déjà eu des grands matchs, mais c'était certainement un des meilleurs qu'on a eu l'un contre l'autre. Surtout, ça se finit en soirée avec une ambiance pareille. Alors, je pense que c'était vraiment quelque chose d'extraordinaire.
I thought it was played at a very high level for a very long time. I can only talk about myself, but I thought I did really well today.
suis beaucoup entraîné toute ma vie. Alors c'est pour ce genre de match. Alors il y avait énormément de pression sur Novak. Alors voilà, je trouve qu'il a vraiment bien joué.
Few months later, both are meeting again in a rematch at the US Open semifinal.
Greatest player ever. Results, you know, I mean, you don't need to spend words about him, and crowd loves him everywhere. You know, especially here.
I think we both enjoy the surface very much. He has you know, a really good record this year, and we've played, I think, for the 5th straight year now here in New York. So we kind of like it here, and sure, it's going to be a good match.
Your first Grand Slam final, is this the moment you've been dreaming about since you were little?
Yes, I am, and yes, I was dreaming of this moment for a long time, and really excited, really looking forward to it. You know, I'm going to play against the #1 player of the world.
It's going to be an interesting match, of course. It's going to be interesting also to see how he handles the finals.
I cannot say that he's #1 player of the world because he's lucky. I mean, it's not, you know, that's a bit strange to say, but you know, he's a big worker. He's very, very talented, a great player. You know, that's why he deserves to be there where he is.
I really had an incredible amount of success over here, you know, winning the Masters a couple of times, US Open 4 now in a row.
Serve out this set.
Not the shot of the match, not the shot of the tournament, perhaps the shot of the year. Oh yes, and he finishes it in style. Roger Federer.
Novak, amazing match. You're down 2 match points. How were you able to get the breakthrough win here against Roger Federer?
I don't know. It's really hard to describe the feeling that I have right now. 10 minutes ago, I was just a point from losing this match.
Yeah, I mean, I had it. I mean, I don't know, there's no more I could do. Snaps one shot and then the whole thing changes. It's strange how it goes, you know, but it was a good tournament for me.
Oh, what a scorching return! The world's best in terms of ranking, just reminding the crowd who's there. It's his 63rd win of an amazing season.
It's just the way he returns that. It's just not a guy who believes much, you know, much anymore in winning, and then to lose against someone like that, it's very disappointing because you feel like he was mentally out of it already, you know, and just gets the lucky shot game. And
He's done it! Federer wins in Bercy for the very first time.
4 months earlier, both produced an epic battle at Wimbledon.
Look at your smile. What a sensational performance and what an amazing win.
Yeah, it was just amazing today. I played unbelievable. Everything was in. You know, it's never easy to play against Roger. I come back to sit down, and it was just amazing. I'm so happy, and
That's long, that's it. Sunday causes the upset of the tournament.
I think that was the difference to, you know, to other matches this year where I lost so closely. And this time around, I was still able to find a way through, and I think that was the difference at times during the year, which didn't maybe make this an absolute phenomenal other year.
Victory for Federer!
You know, I've been able to win 6 World Tour finals. It's an amazing feeling. I know it's one of my greatest accomplishments, and
championship points. Match point. That'll do it. And what a way to finish not only the match, but also another stunning season.
To kick off 2012, Rafa and Roger will each win 1 match in the semifinals of the first big major tournaments of the year.
One of sport's great modern-day rivalries produces yet another epic clash. Nadal emerges on top.
There is no holding back. One swing and it's done. Roger Federer has become a 4-time champion of the BNP Paribas Open, the first man ever to do so.
I think it helped me this year to go on a great run as well with then Dubai and Indian Wells, and then I was also able to win Madrid.
It's the subtle return of serve that gets the job done for Federer.
Djokovic. 3-0. 6-4, 7-5, 6-3. Too good in the end, Novak Djokovic.
Playing Novak under the circumstances, you know, that I am playing for world #1, so is he. And now I do have an opportunity in the finals to make it.
Italy final number 8 for the Swiss maestro. Federer defeats the defending champion.
Not that I started doubting myself after last year's quarterfinal, but I played so well as well in that quarter against Tsonga that it was a hard one to sort of accept to lose. But you know, I mean, Joe did great, so you have to wait another year for your chance, and now I am finally back in that final. So it's great, and that's what my goal was going into the match, and not looking ahead of trying to prove a point or anything like that.
Well done.
He's done it.
He made the final of Wimbledon, the final of the French Open, the semis of Australian Open, and if he's in the final here, it's like an unbelievable run. And I don't understand why everyone thinks he's not playing well. He's played unbelievable in the best tournaments, and he's in the final for the 5th straight year here. It's a ridiculous run.
Au début, c'était de pouvoir en fait défendre mon titre, mais surtout aussi chasser les 5 d'affilée ici à l'US Open. C'est quand même quelque chose qui est énorme pour moi après avoir fait ça à Wimbledon.
This is number 13. You're not superstitious, are you?
Oh, one thing's for sure, I'm not going to stop at 13, right? That would be terrible. So.
Yeah, I think the sort of 5 years of dominance, the runs in here and at Wimbledon, winning 5 in a row.
In 2010, Andy won 2 consecutive finals against Roger in Masters 1000. He has now a 8-7 lead in their head-to-head record before the 2012 Wimbledon final.
It's a massive challenge to win against Roger, and in the final of Islam at Wimbledon, and I hope that all of the crowd is with me, and like I say, I'll need all of their support. And
Of course, there's a lot on the line for me. I'm not denying that. I have a lot of pressure as well, and I'm looking forward to that. That's what I work hard for. I've worked extremely hard since I lost that match point against Novak last year at the US Open. My run's been extremely good, and now I have a chance at the world #1 and at the title again all at once. So it's a big match for me, and I hope I can win the match, but we'll see about that.
You're joking me.
So I'm very proud to have a shot of equaling Pete.
Championship #7.
Anyway, it's a dream come true for me to being able to be compared to Pete Sampras, who's one of my heroes.
A man who has met with triumph and disaster and treated those imposters.
28 days after that final, another one awaited the 2 players. The Olympic Games held at the exact same location.
I feel like I earned my silver medal. I think that's the best I could maybe get out of me today, or out of me in this week. It was a long week. It's been a long summer. I've been home last time 3 months ago. I've been on the road for so long. It's been a huge sacrifice that I could play well at Wimbledon and now play well again here at the Olympics. But it was meant to be. I think silver was as good as I could have done during this tournament. Andy was just the best player of the tournament. No, I mean, I think it's just been a difficult year. I mean, I think I started actually playing really well this year in Australia. It was a good performance by me. I was hoping to do a bit better, but overall, obviously, I'm upbeat about the tournament. But obviously, it's disappointing, going out in 5. I kept on playing well in Dubai, and then in Indian Wells, unfortunately, I had a really bad back, and I couldn't perform at all.
But Nadal was fabulous.
Roland Garros, c'était pas mal, mais contre Joe, c'était pas ça, quoi. Je pense que c'était un peu là où j'ai vraiment senti que mon jeu, il était pas où je voulais qu'il soit.
Bravo Joe, il fallait le faire. Il fallait le faire. Il a eu une petite alerte en concédant le premier sa mise en jeu, et après, il a été exceptionnel de constance, de force, de prise d'initiative, et c'est terminé pour Roger Federer. Les deux là se connaissent bien et le sourire est sur les deux visages.
Wimbledon, je pense vraiment que Stakhovski il a vraiment fait un bon match, ça se joue à très peu. You guys hyped it up so much, me playing Rafa, and we're both out, so there's a letdown, clearly. Maybe also sometimes a bit disrespectful towards the other opponents, actually, who are in the draw as well. And I think it sends a bit of a message to you guys as well, that maybe you shouldn't do that so often next time around. Le Stakhovski où tu dis, ouais, voilà, bon, il est monté, il a fait des bons volets, il a bien servi quand il fallait. C'était moi-même qui avais le match dans la raquette, quoi, si tu veux. C'est décevant et frustrant en même temps, alors c'est juste nul, quoi.
It's a great moment for Robredo. But I have to say my overwhelming feeling at the moment is one of sadness to see this man reduced to this.
Je préfère de l'affronter maintenant qu'il y a 4 mois en arrière. Alors, de ce côté-là, je suis de nouveau un peu plus confiant et je crois de nouveau à ma chance. Ou si je l'aurais joué peut-être il y a quelques semaines en arrière ou quelques mois en arrière, ouais, ça aurait été un peu plus difficile, je dirais. Et surtout, comme d'habitude, il finit toujours très fort avec Pékin, Shanghai, et en plus il a gagné Londres l'année dernière, alors il sait qu'il a son coup à jouer encore.
To a highly entertaining affair. 16 wins on the bounce for Novak Djokovic.
He ends the most difficult year of his career in 6th place in the world rankings, losing in 2 sets in the semifinals in London. But 2014 would be the year of redemption.
I don't know. I mean, look, I'm much higher than I was last year, and that's very satisfying. Just because I have confidence in my movement, and last year I just felt like it wasn't just quite right, you know.
That is unbelievable. On Sunday night, Rafael Nadal has a shot at joining Pete Sampras.
So for me, to come here now and play the finals right off the bat is a great start to the season overall now.
What a volley!
Novak Djokovic is the champion of the BNP Paribas Open. A final set tiebreak.
You know, the experience for me really has helped me to stay calm in those moments over the years. Whereas in the beginning of my career, in a big match like this, I probably would have just panicked a little bit and played totally different.
What a
so far. The Monte Carlo Country Club will turn Swiss tomorrow.
Exciting for both of us, for me personally, very much so. 14 years later, I have another all-Swiss finals, and I think I've played about 1,000 matches in the meantime. So it's something I'm very happy to experience again, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's finals against Stan.
Et Roger, je suis arrivé, il était déjà au top pratiquement du tennis. Il m'a pris un peu comme un grand frère à m'aider. On s'est énormément entraîné ensemble. J'ai eu la chance de pouvoir énormément le côtoyer, que ce soit à l'entraînement sur les tournois. En Coupe Davis, on a partagé énormément de choses. Donc je suis arrivé, il m'a pris un peu comme un grand frère et après c'est devenu un ami tout simplement.
Non, Stan il m'a beaucoup aidé, surtout au jeu, je veux dire en double après, je veux dire en quart de finale, demi-finale et finale, il a joué incroyable. Alors pour moi, ça m'a beaucoup aidé et je savais que Stan il avait ça en lui et c'est pour ça aussi que j'ai choisi Stan pour jouer le double ensemble avec moi au jeu et qu'à la fin ça paye avec une médaille d'or. Je veux dire, c'est phénoménal.
Oh, magic from Stan Wawrinka.
It's such an honor to play against him in a final, for the first time in a final against him, and to beat him it's something even more special because it's always tough. Ensuite, Rog, j'aimerais, comme beaucoup le savent, t'es le plus grand joueur de tous les temps. C'est toujours un honneur de pouvoir jouer contre toi. C'est une chance incroyable de pouvoir jouer et disputer une finale.
And it would be something quite amazing as well playing Stan in the quarters here, because that's just stuff that really doesn't happen very often in Swiss sporting terms. That's tough. I must say Stan played great, I think especially for the first two sets. After that he started to struggle maybe a little bit with his fitness. Maybe he was even struggling early on, but he was hitting the ball too well, too cleanly for me to do anything on it. So I had to wait over 2.5 sets to get my first break.
After 2 weeks, the men's singles final has come down to two former Wimbledon champions. Two men who have competed in 37 Grand Slam finals between them.
His mindset is very similar to the year he won. He's playing Federer, the 7-time winner of the tournament, a very experienced player on grass, and a player that is in top form. So he knows what's at hand. He knows it's going to be a battle, and may the best man win.
My game's back where I hoped it would be, you know, from 1 year ago. Things were difficult all of last year or most of the year, so I'm happy I worked hard off the court, you know, to get myself back into shape and back into contention.
Federer's first set.
It had everything for fans to like, I think, you know, the swing of momentum in the first set, the closeness, or him coming back in the second.
That is a brilliant response.
You know, the staying even in the third.
That is brilliant work from Novak Djokovic. He gave nothing in that tiebreaker.
And then, you know, all the back and forth in the fourth set, you know.
And nobody knows how hard it is to win.
Djokovic leads by 5 games
last
to 3
game
fourth set
of a Grand Slam championship.
reaching the climax of course, the emotions and the expectations and excitement and all of these different emotions go through your mind, and it's important to try to handle that in the best possible way, cope with it, and stay composed, stay in control. And I think whoever manages to do that will get a win.
It's Djokovic who claims this classic.
This win over Roger in 5 sets is probably the best Grand Slam final I have ever played in my life.
Well, on behalf of everyone here, everyone watching at home, a wonderful, wonderful final. I know it's going to be a really tough loss, but you threw everything at him.
No, I thought so too. It was a great final. Can't believe I made it to 5. It wasn't looking good there for a while. But I can produce a performance like I did the last 2 weeks, and that clearly makes me believe that this was just a stepping stone to many more great things in the future.
Federer makes it 6 in Cincinnati. He wins a 22nd Masters 1000 title.
It's a tough match for both of us. We do ask from ourselves the most in these matches, and I don't expect anything less than a very tight match.
Try to move to the net, try to cut the points down short, chip and charge some, serve and volley some. And when it works, you know, aggressive tennis is the best.
That's what you were talking about. Match point. Federer's done it, and what a match! What a performance! Victory for Federer.
Stan, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? No, Stan. No, Stan.
Yeah, like I said, there's no hard feelings whatsoever, and we're having a good time here. We are friends, not enemies, but obviously it was maybe one of those moments, heat of the moment situation, but I think he did a very nice job of making it really big.
Oh, can you believe it? Magnificent stuff from Federer. 4-6, 7-5. But heartbreak for Wawrinka.
We had no problem together. We talked already about that straight after the match. Not only about that, about many things, and we know how to deal when we have a small thing like that.
I mean, after an unbelievable match with Stan Wawrinka late last night, saving 4 match points, that's how you want to make it to your finals, and look forward to it. And then there's this big disappointment not being able to compete. You think of the fans, they must be disappointed. I didn't want it to end this way, but I tried everything I could last night, also today.
I wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he can play in Davis Cup final. I know it's very important.
Traveling to France at some point and getting ready on the clay for the Davis Cup final. Il peut jouer très impressionnant, très fort, très solide. Il me donnait le même score à l'US Open. Je veux dire, j'étais en bonne forme, j'avais gagné Toronto et au final à Toronto gagné Cincinnati. Alors
voilà, cette fois-ci j'ai eu plus de réussite parce que, comme je dis, l'US Open, au début je l'ai maltraité pareil.
Voilà, il l'a fait, revenu de 2-7-0 de l'enfer que lui avait proposé Gaël Monfils pendant presque 4 sets. 2-7-0 pour le Français, puis 2 balles de match.
C'est fait! Et Gaël Monfils en démonstration face à Roger Federer. Suisse 1, France 1.
Clearly I expected Joe to be on the other side of the net, but I was able to understand the change. I had an hour to get ready.
Il l'a fait. Il l'a fait, Roger Federer.
This is not for me. This is for them. I've won enough in my career that I don't need this to complete my everything, you know, ticking off the box. So I'm just happy for everybody else.
In rete il dritto di Raonic, finisce qui con la vittoria di Roger Federer in 2 ore e 13 minuti. Federer che conquista...
I played a lot of tennis over the years, so to get to 1,000 match wins in front of you, all the fans, it really means a lot to me, and I'll never forget this match clearly, so thank you. I was actually playing very well the last 9 months. If I look back at the results, I played only, you know, semi-finals or better almost at every event I played. So then in Australia it was quite disappointing, especially winning the week before in Brisbane, playing very well. But for some reason that day I just never felt comfortable. I went back to training, I worked very hard, I came back and played well in Dubai.
Today he was just a better player on the court. He played the big points perfectly, served well. There was not much I could do.
Yeah, it was a great tournament for me. I think I played well throughout. Finals was tough, you know. Got off a bad start and I was trailing most of the match.
Oh yes, a moment of Federer magic there. Federer's done it. A set full of drama and excitement.
I got back uneven in the third. Unfortunately, then blew it, and that was it. It was a disappointing end to the tournament, but Novak deserved it. He played very tough today.
Oh, can you believe it? Djokovic has done it. He has successfully defended his title here at the BNP Paribas Open.
Federer moves into a fourth final of his career in Rome. Oh yes! It's title number 4 in Rome for Novak Djokovic.
Well, he's won a Grand Slam, but in many ways that's the win of his life.
And you're through to your 10th Wimbledon final. Sum up your emotions.
Yeah, it's been tough, you know. And he's been playing very well for the season, and so I think I played so well in the biggest occasion today, and that's probably why I got it. Definitely one of the best matches I've played in my career. And
Wimbledon final. Roger Federer against Novak Djokovic. An absolute delight here on centre court on the final Sunday, the last senior singles match.
it's great to play Novak anywhere these days, you know, because he's a great player. He's had great success, unbelievable success actually throughout his career, but especially now the last few years, you know, he's been unbelievably dominant. So clearly I was always going to believe hard today that I was going to come through as the winner.
I'm 28, I don't feel old. I have hopefully many more years in front of me. I'm going to try to push my own limits and see how far I can go.
It's Djokovic again. Third championship at Wimbledon.
I'm right there, you know, my game's good. I got broken very few times this tournament. I played on my terms and, you know, things are all right. And then on the return, I think I tried many different things this week.
That'll do it. Federer remains on course for number 7.
It's against Novak tomorrow, so clearly it's going to be, yeah, it's always a lot on the line at this point when we play, but especially for him, he could win all the Masters series out there, the Master 1000, so that'd be epic if he did that.
There it is again.
What is that?
Incredible again. Federer makes it 7 in Cincinnati. A quite sensational week from the now world number 2. He denies Djokovic once again.
So now the fifth time that I've been in the finals and never won this title, so I guess I have to wait for Roger to retire and then try to do something after.
I really hope for you that you can win here one day. All the best. Of course. He deserves it, come on. So close, so many years, really. The whole week has been great for me and also for Novak, so congratulations also on a great tournament.
Roger Federer stands alone in Cincinnati, the first ever 5-time champion.
Even more so impressive, I thought that Novak was able to go after the Olympics and play Toronto basically 2 days later, so that's a great effort. Backing it up here again in an incredible week, I think is a great round of applause for Novak for a great effort.
From the now world number 2. He denies Djokovic once again.
Oh yeah, this was the perfect tournament. I don't think I got broken all week. Like you said, didn't drop a set against great players, dangerous players, particularly on this surface. So I'm really pleased how things went, of course, this week. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to play this aggressive against Stan, because he does, when he's on, he presents a very different challenge to all the players I've played thus far in this tournament.
Whoa!
But now that I've been able to do it also against Stan, definitely gives me confidence that maybe I can also do it against Novak this way.
From the beginning and showed Novak that I'm here, I'm ready, and maybe even get a break up early on, because I think Federer needs to be ahead in this match to win.
No, that's great. I'm obviously very happy having made this far, and yeah, now you just leave it all out on the court and hope you play a good match.
Oh, that's a nasty fall. Elbow hit the ground.
Well, playing against Roger obviously is always special. He's the best player in the history of the game, so it's an ultimate challenge that I can have, and hopefully I'll be able to deliver my best game.
Well, it was a daring drop shot and wonderful athleticism on the high volley.
And it looks like he came out and was maybe a little bit nervous, Roger, and that's understandable, especially not since he's won 17 majors, but especially since he hasn't been in the finals here for 5 years. He hasn't won a Grand Slam since Wimbledon 2012.
What a chance, and look at what that means to Djokovic. That should have been set point. He's got it! The crowd rise as one.
What a point.
I mean, that's sort of been Roger Federer's story. He always has a lot of break points, and his conversion rate is not great, but I've never quite figured out, is that a negative thing or is it a positive thing? Today, it turns out to be a negative thing because Novak Djokovic, when he had a chance to break, he broke Federer, and Federer did not.
It's a double break.
You know, but he pushed me to the very last point. You know, it's unbelievable. I was serving at 5-2, match turned around again. You know, he pushed me to the very last point.
2 games in a row. Djokovic did so well to make Federer play as good a shot as that. But he has. It's 2 more break points. That'll do it. 4 points in a row. You can take absolutely nothing away from Novak Djokovic. Federer threw absolutely everything at him.
Playing against a great champion like Novak obviously was a massive challenge, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great match, and congratulations Novak on another great win.
Oh, it's exquisite feel from Federer. At precisely the right time. A wonderful finish to a highly competitive set.
I feel like we play great against each other. It's athletic, it's different. It's a great challenge, and I enjoy that. I get up for that. That's still one of the big reasons I'm still playing tennis today.
And Hawkeye confirms it. A superb performance from Federer this evening.
Best.
That'll do nicely. A good win for Federer. Never really tested, and what a final we've got in prospects.
Maybe if some guy can do it, maybe it's me, because I did beat him in the round robin, and it's gonna give me that extra belief that you definitely need against Novak this year.
Oh, beautifully done. Oh, he's missed it. Always a disappointing way to end such an important match. But in the end, it's delight for Djokovic.
You know, I hope we can have many more great matchups next season. Thank you.
And Novak's right now the reference for everybody, you know, and he's the only guy who's been able to stop me as of late.
That'll do it. Novak Djokovic is through to a 6th Australian Open final.
Both Roger and Rafa have contributed a lot to my career, to my success, you know, because of these 2 rivalries that I've had. And
I was waking up from the Djokovic match in the morning. I was obviously tired because the tournament was over. The kids had come back from swimming and asked me if I could, you know, have a bath. I was like, no, let's take a shower. They're like, no, let's have a bath. I'm like, okay, let's have a bath. So I turned to put the water on, and that's when I heard a click in my knee, and I didn't think much of it. And then after that, we went to the zoo in the afternoon, and I just realized my knee wasn't good at all. I started limping and went to do a scan when I got back to Switzerland a couple of days later, and it showed that my meniscus wasn't well, and I had to do an operation a couple of days after that. The combo between the back issue and the knee was just too much, entering maybe the toughest Grand Slam in Paris. After Wimbledon, I just realized things were not good enough for me to continue that year, and I had to pull out of the Olympics, US Open, Shanghai, Basel, World Tour Finals, you name it, everything.
For the guy almost 35 years old, I gotta think this loss will hurt as much as any, the way it unfolded.
No, it's in the middle, it's my bad. I left it, no. 10 push-ups. But of course, after Wimbledon, the race was on for Australia, really, trying to make it for here.
C'est sympa. Bonne chance pour la saison. Merci.
I trained as hard as I possibly could, so I will be ready for it. I did numerous sessions where I trained over 2.5, 3 hours, so I feel I'm ready, but like I said, it is the unknown. It's the part that I can only answer once I've been there.
Of course he's made it. In between the net post and the umpire chair. Eventually he went through it.
There again, stay calm, feel fit. I've trained as hard as I possibly could in the off-season. I know he's got a great 5-set record. You know, I never ever in my wildest dreams thought I was going to be coming this far here in Australia, and here I am. Got a couple of days off. It's beautiful. I'm so happy. Time has gone by, and I know this court allows me to play a certain game against Rafa, you know, that I cannot do on center court of the French Open. So been tricky. A couple of years ago I got destroyed in the final, so I hope I can definitely do better and get the win. Mais à la fin, c'est la tête qui va décider si tu peux gagner ou pas. Si la tête te permet de jouer ton jeu, jouer vers l'avant, y croire.
He's missed it. He's human. Ridiculous! I will never, ever forget that rally. Hawkeye decides the outcome.
I don't think we both, either one of us, believed that we're going to be in the finals of Australia when we saw each other at your academy, you know, sort of 4 or 5 months ago. And here we stand in the finals. You know, I'm happy for you. I would have been happy to lose too, to be honest.
That's extraordinary. Oh, even the return to the body has proven effective. It's in. What a way to finish. That is absolutely extraordinary. Federer makes it 5 in Indian Wells.
6-4, 7-6. I would like to congratulate Roger. He's laughing, he's an asshole, but it's okay.
You know, sort of the dream run continues, the fairy tale of the comeback that I've already shown in Australia. Again, I'm maybe not as surprised as I was in Australia, but still, this comes as a big, big surprise.
Outstanding. Roger Federer wins what will surely go down as one of the matches of the year. Oh, incredible! How does he pull that off? Roger Federer completes the sunshine double.
We've had some epic matches over the year, which didn't always enjoy, but you know, mostly we had some great battles over the years. And
He's sticking to his tactics. He's playing aggressive tennis, and as we mentioned, Rafa could not force those long rallies that he needs to get his teeth into this match, and a lot of credit goes to Federer because he's not allowing him to do it because of the style of play.
In 2017, with the support of Ivan Lubicic, Roger developed a more aggressive backhand, hitting the ball earlier. He tried to take time away of his opponents who have increasingly become baseliners. His forehand has always been a model of its kind. On serve, he is able to hit every spot. His accuracy and variety make it the ultimate weapon.
Appropriate that he should finish it.
His fitness and footwork are perfect for a tennis player. He has never retired from a match in his career. And what can we say about his touch and improvisations?
How about that? Well, we'll be seeing that highlight for years, probably, at least all around the world today.
You've got to be kidding me! What a point!
This is delicious.
Incredibile ma vero, da archiviare, colpo impossibile.
I know there's no more breaks now. I've had enough breaks. I'm a practice world champion now, and that's not who I want to be. I want to be a champ on the match courts. So I'm going to be playing just a regular schedule for the second part of the season.
Goodness.
And I'm playing very well. I'm rested. I'm fresh, and I'm confident too. And he was exactly in that zone last year. You know, he's had not the easiest of years himself, and I felt like I could see that in Milos's game as well, that he was not playing as well as he was maybe last year.
No, stop it.
And that's it. Tough semi-final, but no sets lost.
All my dreams came true here as a player, so to have another chance to go for number 8 now and be kind of so close now at this stage is a great feeling.
I think Cilic will handle it well, as he beat Federer, remember, on his way to that U.S. Open title in New York.
To be able to play like this, I never dreamed of, and I think today was my best performance ever in my career.
I thought he was playing very well, you know, US Open-esque. I get a little bit lucky. It's exactly what happened. I think 3-all love 40. You know, have to pick up a half volley. I mean, it could go in the stands. Stays in. Next thing you know is like you're still in the match.
Oh my! The best shot of the day. Remarkable.
Interesting encounter here. Everybody assuming this is more of a coronation than a competition.
Cilic is down. Open court. Roger finds it. He seems to be
This feels totally different to the Australian Open, where I was put the favourite ahead of the tournament, whereas in Australia I was not at all.
a masterpiece by the master. Wimbledon title for Roger Federer.
It's crazy moments in my life, and I can't believe I'm actually I've won again. You should be really proud. This is such a special occasion to play in the finals, and you did as good as you could. You had a wonderful tournament, and sometimes you just don't feel great in the finals. It's cruel, but be proud of yourself, and I hope we can play down the road some better ones.
6 months later, the Croatian had another opportunity to defeat Roger in the Grand Slam final.
Really, I think my thoughts were all over the place all day. You know, I was just thinking, what if I lost? What if I won? And every minute of the day. And that's the tough part when the match is played so late. You have so much time to think about it. A tough roller coaster match, you know, 5-setter. Have I celebrated too early, so I almost had to check the score, and then I don't know what happened next, but then it seemed like he challenged. I was like, so you challenged? I was like, oh no. Was it that close to the, was it out really? I thought it felt good all the way, you know.
star. And my team, I love you guys. Thank you.
Roger Federer rewrites the tennis history books in Rotterdam. He becomes the oldest man ever to top the ATP rankings.
You know, I go back memory lane and I think back on how I missed the first ever opportunity I had in Montreal against Roddick, and then was able to get it in January in the semi-final match against Ferrero. Those were significant moments in my career.
But for Roger Federer, it is a best ever start to a single season.
The dream run continues in this year. Still a clean sheet and another chance to win a Masters 1000 here in Indian Wells. I mean, can't be better than this right now. Yeah, we've had a lot of close matches, you know, big matches, close matches. Geez, I just tried to think back at French Open semis.
Juan Martín il jouait vraiment très bien, alors peut-être un peu chanceux, mais je me suis battu.
US Open finals.
Potro, 2009 US Open champion.
Those Olympic semis. It's just 3 setters, 5 setters, just the whole way. And most importantly, Juan Martino, well played today. Tough match, but well done. You deserve it. You were the better player at the end. Was not much in between us, but you deserve it. Well done and enjoy the moment. Is it missing match points? Is it getting broken at 5-all after that? I'm not sure. That could have been a key. It could have been a key later.
Cincinnati.
Roger, thank you for your kind words and thank you for letting me win once here in Cincinnati.
It's Novak Djokovic that prevails in a Parisian Classic. 3 hours of intense competition.
Now clearly I have some regrets, you know, when you lose a close match like this, you always have.
Title number 100.
For the 4th time, Roger Federer is champion in Miami.
That's unbelievable. What a sort of a stretch it's been. I played here in '99 the very first time, and I'm back here in 2019.
Number 1 to be back in another semi-finals of a Grand Slam hasn't happened, you know, in the last year or so.
Roger's revenge 4 years ago.
By facing Rafa, they know it's going to be tough, but you just never know. Not so much the French Open, I do believe. I feel like conditions were slightly different, you know. It was so windy, as you know. It was just insane. I haven't heard it was going to be the same in a couple of days.
That's amazing.
It had everything at the end, which was great, I guess. It's definitely going to go down and as one of my favorite matches to look back on again, just because it's Rafa, because it's at Wimbledon, the crowds were into it.
What a contest. Roger Federer, 37 years of age. He's into his 12th Wimbledon.
looking to make history with this sport. Of course, I would love to, you know, have a shot at as many Grand Slam titles as possible.
We all know what happened next. 5 sets, a domination in almost every one of them, a break, then a break back. Because a legend cannot be summed up in a single point, nor 2 match points, nor even a victory or defeat. That evening, Roger Federer did not lose in silence. He fought, he resisted, he still created beauty. Where time was finally beginning to take its toll, he did not leave the court defeated, but as an unfortunate hero, one who gave his all, and who accepted that tennis sometimes chooses a different ending. Roger Federer did not lose a final. He reminded the world why a career is never measured by a single moment, but by the mark it leaves long after.
It's the perfect 10 for Federer in Basel. The stars were aligned, and Basel's favourite ball boy is a 10-time champion.
It's either all of us stop or none of us stop. That's how it seems.
I think I'm the first to go. I mean, come on, I'm by far the older guy here. No, I think I'm very excited to playing against Novak again here.
It's victory for Roger Federer, his first over Djokovic since 2015, and he moves into the semi-finals and the season-ending championships.
Today, I want to share some news with all of you. As many of you know, the past 3 years have presented me with challenges in the form of injuries and surgeries. I've worked hard to return to full competitive form, but I also know my body's capacities and limits, and its message to me lately has been clear. I am 41 years old. I've played more than 1,500 matches over 24 years. Tennis has treated me more generously than I ever would have dreamt, and now I must recognize when it is time to end my competitive career. The Laver Cup next week in London will be my final ATP event. Finally, to the game of tennis, I love you and will never leave you.
That'll do it. After a fairy tale career, it has come to an end tonight.
It was amazing to have some royalty here, but also some tennis royalty as well. Last time I was on this court and he was watching was during the Olympics, and he sat in Stan Wawrinka's box and was supporting against me, so it was nice to see a couple of claps today after some good shots. But
also, it's nice to see Roger. I'm not used to seeing you on the stands. I wish that you were here on the court playing with us, but it's probably the first time that I'm playing in front of you, so I had an added pressure.
Like walking out for the 100-year anniversary of Center Court, because I didn't think I was going to come. I really didn't. And then maybe a few days before I said, but everybody's going and I'm at home, and I was speaking to my team and they were like, well, what are you doing on that, I think it was Middle Sunday? And I said, let me check my agenda. And then I was off. So I was like, I cannot not come, Hi, I'm Roger Federer. You're watching Trans World Sport.
I was going to take the lid off. Sorry.
No, I did the wrong way. I thought you put it on.
Sorry.
And then, doesn't matter. Let's try again.
Okay. That's for the goof reel.